Hello, today we changed the brake pads on a 2003 Ford F150. Take off the center cap. Take off the lug nuts. I'm using a 21mm. Take off all the lug nuts. Have it jacked up. Get all the lug nuts off. Take the tire off. I'm going to use a 13mm to break open the top bolt. I've already loosened it up just to make it easier for filming. I'm going to use 13mm to break open the bottom caliper bolt. And you usually need a pry bar. Stick it up in here. Take a pry bar and pry this out a little bit. Pry it out a little bit with the pry bar. I'm going to get the pads off. Get the caliper off. I'm going to hang it up. I don't have any pressure on this brake hose. Just hang my coat hanger up here. And just hang it so there's no pressure on the hose. Now take out the inner pad, which has been probably making the noise because it's unevenly worn. So the wear indicator is completely, inside pad's completely gone. Outside pad, not as bad. Here's the outside pad. These are the CarQuest brake pads I'm using for my F150. So we're on the driver's side. Here's the new one. So here's the new one. Make sure you grab the right side. So you have the wear indicator. Go in the right direction. Just to make it easy, match them up. Here are the new pads. This does not have any hardware. The shims are on the back of the pad, but there is no mounting hardware. So maybe I have some in my toolbox. Take the old inner pad and put it up against the pistons, and you'll need a caliper piston tool to push them back, or a C-clamp. You just twist it in. Since this is a bigger caliper, you'll have to go back and forth between the top and bottom. It's kind of a pain, but you're going to push them evenly back in. Just go back and forth till it's completely compressed. I'll just keep doing this. Take a few minutes and I'll show you when it's done. Okay, we have the pistons completely compressed. Time to put the new brake pads on. If you get new hardware, you can put that on. These pads just came with pads, so you can put just the pads, but I've got new hardware, so I'm going to take off the old hardware. I'm going to clean up all this rust and put the new hardware on. Put the new new hardware on. Have on the top and bottom. Just pry it loose. And just get a wire brush, clean all this rust off and debris. There, get your new hardware. Put it on. Use some brake lube. Put it on the bottom of the pad where it slides. It has shims here on the back for reducing noise. I always still put a little bit on the back. Put it on the bottom of the brake pad where it slides. I said I always like to put some on the back. Even though these are the shims. This is the inner pad with the wear indicator. There's the inner pad. Outer pad doesn't have the wear indicator. Goes on the outside. There are your new pads. I was lucky to have hardware in my toolbox from a different brake job. You don't have to, you can clean up the old hardware, but if you can get new hardware, get it. Pistons are compressed. Put the caliper back on. Tighten up the bottom caliper bolt. Tighten the big top caliper bolt. Don't forget to take your whatever you use to hang up your caliper. Don't forget to take that out. So I'm going to torque them to 250 inch-pounds, which is equivalent to almost 21 foot-pounds. And the caliper bolts I've read are supposed to be anywhere from 21 to 25 foot-pounds of torque. So we got them torqued up. And brake pads are changed and ready to go. Let's go give it a test drive. We're going to tighten up the lug nuts, lower it down a little bit so the wheel doesn't spin. Okay, 100 foot-pounds of torque on the lug nuts. Put it in a star pattern. And then once they're all torqued down, take it for a test drive. Lug nuts are torqued down. We're going to do the other side and take it for a test drive. Hope this video helped you out. Thanks for watching.